What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Now, guys, Amber Rose is a model that I have talked about frequently on my channels. And of course, like 10 to 11 years ago, Amber Rose was like one of the hottest things smoking. She's never been as big as Kim Kardashian, but man, I mean, just like extremely beautiful. I mean, she doesn't look so bad now, but in comparisons to, obviously 2010 at her pinnacle, 2013, 2014. I mean, just very, very good looking lady, especially with short hair. And we know that not every woman can wear that style, but she does it magnificently. And she's had a lot of high-end mates. Kanye West, Wiz Khalifa was her husband, and others, okay? But we're not talking about her dating life. We're here to talk about something that is quite controversial, which is religion. Now, she was on this particular podcast, and she talked about her anti-Christian beliefs, which again, it's not really, I don't care what your beliefs are. I know we have a lot of brothers who are, atheist, agnostic. There's some of you brothers who are in the Hotep or spiritual community. There's some brothers who are Muslim, Islam. For me, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are. I don't argue religion. I typically don't like to argue a lot of politics. But she said that she doesn't believe that Jesus died for her sins and came back to life. And she has a lot of questions about God that just don't add up. Now, in the Tricky podcast, I believe that she feels that Buddhism is better for her. And of course, she got attacked for her comments. But I want to kind of, talk about people like Amber Rose. And one of the reasons why people like Amber Rose have a big, they have a big problem with organized religions. And even some of the ladies in our community who are in religion, but they're either trying to manipulate it to fit them. So there's two people. There are those who don't believe for whatever reason. Then there are those who believe, but try to make everything fit them. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Creflo Dollar. Creflo Dollar in, kind of the divine financial Christian community. These people want to make religion about the word of faith. So, enriching yourself financially. That's one of the things that you get. So when you go to such churches, you don't really hear about consequences of your actions, like in the 1800s and early 1900s and 1960s, like especially in Pentecostal churches, there was a lot of damnation preaching against the sins of the scriptures. What would happen to you? What could happen to you? What would happen because of your iniquities? But now you don't hear that. Most churches stay away from that. Most churches stay away from the Old Testament altogether. I believe one preacher said he preached out of the book of Luke, the Gospel of Luke, for 10 years. So such, sermons keep people down, right? So you hear that. But then what you also hear is people trying to bend the religion to fit them. For example, we have a big problem with single mothers in our community. And so kids who are born from such relationships are looked at in today's world as a blessing from God. Whereas in times past, prior to the 1980s, that was looked at as something completely different. If you were a woman that had a child of wedlock, sometimes it would send you to the South to, other aunts or uncles, because it would be an embarrassment to the family. So, but now those things are welcome now, even with certain sexuality. Circa 1990, 1980, even, before then, it was a don't ask, don't tell policy. But now if you're a person and you're of the LGBT community, that is not preached heavily on, because those rules have kind of been bent based on today's circumstance. But now Amber Rose, I believe, was she a kind of person that she is, who somebody said she had like a cross that was backwards, like an evil image. I'm not even going to get into that. But realistically, Amber Rose is a person that doesn't want to follow any rules. This is what we're getting at today. The whole slut walk campaign, everything that she does, in my opinion, it's like anarchy. You see? And it's just, I want to do what I want to do, and that's how life should work. She doesn't like authority, okay? She's a mobocrat. That's what she is. But it's just not her. She's not the only person that wants to practice insurrection. That is a lot of people, especially in the modern world. And you're seeing this coming from a lot of ladies, I believe, in modern society. In other words, they don't want anybody to rule over them, not even the religion. So if they're not in the religion, they pick the religion that has no insurrection, or that has insurrection rather. But then if they're going to be in religion, some of them will want to change the laws to fit where they're at. But I have news for people. You can never live in a society of insurrection, because what happens is that when you allow people to do whatever they want to do, results are tumultuous. Look at Amber Rose herself. Amber Rose has, I believe, 2 kids by 2 different men. The last guy that she was with, I don't even know the guy's name. He was cheating on her, like she was going crazy. Like, again, when you don't have rules, when you don't have standards, the only people that suffer are you. This is what you see. And I believe this is what happens. This is what's happened to our society. When there's an insurrection amongst women and men, you can't be together, because neither side has any kind of order. And you're seeing this with the churches right now. The church is full of anarchy, guys. There's no rules. There's nobody to hold anybody accountable to anything. And so another thing too is that if you can't hold anybody accountable to anything, how do you get results? You don't get results. It's not about results, guys. It's just about buffoonery and asshattery. Okay? So who do you want to listen to, Amber? I want to pick the best thing that's best for me. Great. I'll tell you guys what. You have kids with people like that, you know who will suffer. You. Okay? I believe that she likes anarchy. I mean, if you've seen Amber in action, you know what I'm talking about here. Okay? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with the episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first link at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.